we're going to start the show, and so that Terry can tell us all about his wonderful games and such. So, all right.
Did I get rid of my noise?
Yes, you did. Very good. All right. Audio is live, so everybody has to be good within reason. So,
and I have first question when you finally get live.
All right, we're live, and I'm going to start the show in 4, 3, 1, 2. Welcome to the CoCo Nation Game On Challenge Live, where this week we will be playing that wonderful game from Terry Steen. That.
Yeah, that one.
Yes, that one.
That is so impressive.
Yeah. Right on cue. We will be playing Balloon Fire, as we just heard. And also the new game for this week, Warehouse Mutants by Tom. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say Czarnecki. Please don't shoot me if I mispronounced it. Just smack me upside the head with a newspaper or something. I tried. So, alright. So, as we were, before the show started, we were speaking with the man, the myth, the legend himself, Terry Steen, about his exploits and trials and tribulations of coding and cussing and such. And Terry, go ahead.
Oh, I don't really know what all I need to say. Like I said, this is kind of about mid-range for the stuff that I had produced.
Well, here's a
fairly
question
simple
for
in
you.
nature. Oh, go ahead.
What are you supposed to do on this screen?
What are you supposed to do?
It's just red. What are you supposed to do here?
Oh, you gotta push a key. I made it do red or blue, and if you hit enter or anything, it'll go on to the thing. I set it up to be blue for all of my games. So if somebody pushes down F1 and hits reset on a CoCo 3, it'll be the right color.
Okay.
Is it working?
Well, I'm on an emulator. But directions would have been nice.
Well, later on, like when I did Gray Lady, it actually split the screen in half, and it says, if this is blue, press enter. If not, push reset, so people could keep resetting.
So we didn't know what the right color was.
Yeah, and it really doesn't matter because, it's essentially just white balloons, blue balloons, and red balloons. So,
Mm-hmm.
but I think what matters is the color of the arrow and the little pots on the bottom.
Why do I have missing pieces of my text?
That's interesting. Now me, I always have to die twice before I actually start racking up score.
Yeah, it basically is a, it's, as everybody probably figured out, it's progressive speed. So as you keep going, every time you hit a balloon, a little counter kicks in, and after a certain number of counts, then the speed of the balloon's release goes out or increases. So it does get to a point where if you're on one side of the screen and a balloon pops up on the other side of the screen, just hit whatever you can getting over there, because you're not gonna make it.
Yeah,
that's
we've noticed
about
that.
level 3.
Yeah.
You hit about 8,000 or so. No, that was the other game.
Now you get about 3,000, then you get to that part.
Yeah, and you get an
my high
extra
score?
guy every 5,000.
Yeah,
So,
because
If you
That won't be a problem for me.
even if you die and you're like at 499 0 and you start the next screen and you hit one more, it's like, okay, now I got another guy to live on, and you might scroll over.
Yeah.
And arrows are free. So if you're one of those people who has one of those high-speed rapid-fire things, just pour it on. And I think maybe you got in some of the emulators, you can set it up for auto-fire.
Yeah. Tasman also mentioned, and I think I've seen this, where at 5,000 sometimes you will get 2 bows instead of 1.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good feature that I put in there.
You meant to do that.
You are,
Yeah, in
you're,
honor of Pee Wee, I meant to do that.
yeah, you're a kind overlord of games. Not like that Nick guy where he makes it the game so hard to almost be impossible. Except for Neutroid.
He's not
which is
on,
the
so we
best
can
great
talk about
game.
him.
Yeah. Yeah, he usually doesn't come in until later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's see. The other things is as far as strategy goes, if there is a strategy, I heard somebody else say on the show today that they kind of stay in the middle, and I do the same kind of thing, except I just stay in the middle and I go to the left and I go to the right and just keep the arrows flying out.
Yep.
That way, if I got to go over to the left to get one, it might take care of one that I couldn't see that was going to come up next on the right-hand side, and then I can zip back over.
So Terry, did you ever think of using the analog stick, full analog, so the arrow just jumps to wherever you put the stick?
Yeah, I thought about doing that, but what I really tried to make sure I did is I kept you in a sweeping motion, so you couldn't just jump over to the right or jump over to the left and have it be kind of like popcorn.
Right.
And originally, just a little background, I guess. I was looking for something to write, and I was in the arcade, and I saw Pooyan, and so I made all these little buckets down there. I made like 3 or 4 of them, and I had balloons coming out of them. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna work on see if I can make this Pooyan game. And somebody beat me to it, so I just said, well, screw it, I'm gonna shoot the balloons from above.
Yeah, I noticed a thing in your game is most things are like upside down, as in you're shooting down as opposed to up. Is this?
Yeah, and I'm not sure why I do that. I didn't really think about it until we were talking about able builders, where you gotta catch the rivets, and I was like, oh yeah, I thought everybody else did that, and then I started noticing, no, a lot of people do things side to side, and I'm pretty much addicted to going vertical.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's vertical is pretty common, like Space Invaders and Galaga and such.
Yeah.
But it seems that your games you're dropping things from the top as opposed to shooting up from the bottom.
Right. Yeah, that's what I said. Like Able Builder, he's dropping rivets, and this one you're shooting arrows.
Yeah.
But I would attribute that to I have a lot of backward thinking.
Do you have any new games coming out anytime soon?
No, I've taken a break for a little while because I got involved with some other stuff that I got to take care of at home. But I started getting into wanting to use the assembler that I used when I wrote all this stuff, and it doesn't really play very well with everything. So I dived into disassembling it. I got the editor done, and I started working on it so it would work with the CoCo 3 for the what would you say, attributes on the characters, and do 32, 40, and 80 wide editing. And then I got ready to start really tearing apart the assembler part. And I said, well, I got all this other stuff I got to do, so I just shelved it. But fortunately, I've learned from my past that I need to document stuff, so I did a really good job on taking meticulous notes, and it's fully documented. If you look at the editor that I've got disassembled from it. It kind of reads like looking at Color Basic Unraveled and everything. So when I go back to work on it, I won't be sitting there going like, "What the hell is this?" You know.
What was
Have
I
you,
smoking that day?
Have you?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
that was my biggest problem with all of my stuff. I'd write stuff and I'd go back and I'd have like 40, 50 lines of code, and the only comment would be at the very top where it would say, "Transfer to the screen here," and I'm like, "What the hell does that mean?"
Have you tried using Nitrous 9 Ease of Use Edition, because it has all the development tools built in that you could need?
Oh.
Curtis, get out of my head! Oh, sorry. Ignore that question. I've been listening to him too much. Oh, man. My Discord crashed, all you people in Viewerland.
On the emulator, and I'll save the file on a flash drive, and I'll put it in my my CoCo SDC and load it up and see how it performs. And usually the emulators do pretty good, because I like using VCC just because it's easy to transfer. You know, that's the only reason why I'm into the VCC is, you know, it's like, okay, I turn on the computer, click on VCC, and then I can open it up, copy, paste, and use it like a Windows.
Okay, I'm sorry. My Discord crashed.
Can you repeat all that?
Yeah. Yes, can you repeat all that from when I asked about... I can't even say it again with a straight face.
Oh, do I have to go all the way back to when I first started working on the 6809 with Motorola, and they asked me about how to do a stack buffer, and this is the way I would do it. They fought me on it, but
Yeah. Have you considered using ease of use and for development?
yeah, no. Make it easy, no. I think that's what I was talking about was
Yeah.
basically I used to use OS 9 back in the day, just before I stopped using the CoCo altogether, and I thought it was everything. It's like, wow, this is great. I can scale Windows. I could serially connect with a dumb terminal and make it multi-user and everything, and then I got off on the it was 286 back then, but got into the PC world, and I was like, oh, this is cool. I've got more memory. I've got CGA, VGA, EGA.
Yeah.
You know, I thought that was going to be the next world to go into. So.
What about developing games now and using ease of use?
No.
No.
Yeah, really what I want to do is I want to try to get the MicroWorks assembler overhauled so that it's beefed up for the CoCo 3. Like right now it maxes out at 24K for a file size, and I'm like, well, I'm sitting here with a machine that's got 2 megabytes of memory. I should be able to set it up so I can make any size file I want and put an IDE kind of thing in there, and you know, it'll still be slow if I use a regular CoCo machine, but I could run that on the CoCo with an SDC and be pretty dang happy, I think. But then I want to go back through and take care of all these things, like, you know, balloon fire, gunfighter, and everything. Redo them all, just to see if I can make them better. And you know, because there's so much stuff out there now that, you know, just make them all CoCo 3 compatible. And you know, back when I made all this stuff, the thing that got me interested in doing it was I did not realize that I had such a close to complete version of Defender until I got interviewed by Curtis, and I just dumped a bunch of my files, and he had people playing Defender, and I'm like, oh man, I should go back and do this again. And I said, well, why don't I start off simple? Because, it's been forever since I really did serious coding. So, if I start off working on stuff like the balloon fire and things like that, okay, I can get my sea legs back on how to make a CoCo 3 do things. Because I see stuff like what Chet Simpson does, and it's like, all the animated backgrounds and all that, because he's basically fillets all the palettes into what he needs to make it animate for him. I'm like, I got to learn how to do all that crap. Having just white, 2 colors, and black in the background, and that's it. Is a whole different world than going for 16 or well, I don't know if you want to go for more, because not everybody has a gimme. I don't have one yet, but I look at those things making 256 colors, and I'm like, man, I want to do some of this other stuff. Get some more powerful things out there.
Yeah.
But the high res screens of the CoCo 3, it's really enticing for me to want to come back and do something in that area. The only things I've done since I got back into the CoCo community was getting back into making my regular low res graphics, and then when I started working with this assembler in the editor doing high res 3248 or 3240 and 80 wide screens, and then I realized, oh heck, I can make these things as deep as I want. So I was having oh gosh, how deep does that thing go? 29 lines? 28 lines. So my normal editing would have a 16 deep character screen. Now I got 28 deep character screen. So I can do a lot of scrolling, and if I got 40 or 80 lines, I can split windows and stuff like that. So
Yep.
I want to get back into that kind of thing, so that I can edit easier. Because working things in a little 16 by 32 block window is really tough.
Yeah. Well, I think a big thing is that the charm, so to speak, of these older games is they don't have that high resolution, but they make up for it in simple but engaging gameplay, which I think is one of the main reasons why your games are so playable, because they don't have great graphics, but they have great gameplay, which is the big thing. I mean, so many games are not, they look nice, but they don't play well. And that is one of the benefits of your games. They actually are engaging and fun to play.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Back when I was putting it together, like I had my screens for Popeye that I showed off during the interview, and it was like, okay, here's my limitations. I've got to make something. I've got to have another color. So I'd mix white and red, and it'd come out orange. And I'm like, okay, good. Now I have an orange background, but it looks all grainy and pixelated and stuff like that. So it was like, all right, I can only use that as a background. I can't really try to make this into, like a textured surface or something like that. And it's not easy getting the old CoCo to produce something that looks realistic.
Yeah.
See, I'm learning how to run around on this thing. My high score so far has been 88.50. So I saw Jim Rye beat me.
Yeah.
I just barely, yeah. I think Buck Owens has, what, like 18,000 or something?
Yeah, something
Get
like
out
that.
of here!
Yep.
He's got it posted, yeah.
What is it? Does he throttle it back to like 0.2 megahertz and?
No.
and
We've got all kinds of conspiracy theories about Buck Owens.
He's a robot.
Well, I mean, I always hear him do the high score and everything like that, and it's like I got used to hearing Buck Owens so many times. I'm like,
Yahoo!
okay. he's gotta have some kind of trick that he's pulling on us all.
He actually streams his games. He's just really good.
18,380. What he has.
Tasman gets up there too.
Yeah, Tasman has 15,580.
Yeah, I guess we all have to have some kind of skill. Let's see if I can get past the 88.5 again.
I think my high score last week was like 85. 8,500.
But yeah, somebody was talking about it slowing down after a certain point. And I think it might be something with after it goes a certain speed, it just kind of rolls over. So now it goes slower because the bits came out to a lower number.
No, it's more of a hiccup because everything slows down.
Yeah,
really?
we hit about 8,000. The thing crawls like you're running about I don't know, 2 hertz or something.
I don't see that.
Or it only happens for less than a minute, then it's back to normal again.
Yeah, I have never seen that before.
Well, might.
That
So
slows
far,
down when the screen's flashing. It'll slow down for that, but that's because it's eating CPU cycles to flash the screen back and forth. I've never seen it do it just in gameplay.
Insert cusses here. Pancakes, waffles, poutine.
Yeah.
Do
Do you see that score?
Let's see what I got 94.2. Are you talking about that one?
No, that's Jim. 99.90.
Oh wow!
Nice. Oh, so close.
10 short from getting the next guy.
Yeah, one balloon, and I would have gotten another life.
I think you cheated, Sloopy.
I would never do such a thing. I just use skill. Maybe you should try it, Ken. Oh, that's right.
What?
Are you
Not-
not joining us tonight, Ken?
Yeah, I'm trying to get things working here. I'm not at home right now, so.
Yeah, he's in
What are
the
you
camp.
guys using for joysticks on your emulators? Because if you're playing on, what is that? Not XRoar.
VCC.
Are you guys playing VCC?
I am.
I am. Yeah.
How are you getting a joystick interface on there?
I'm using a Rock Candy PS2 style joystick on USB.
Yeah. I just have an Xbox controller.
Oh, okay. So these aren't Black Beauties.
No.
Yeah, I use a 2600 adapter, which allows you to use any like 9-pin 2600 style controller on the PC.
I think there is a CoCo joystick to a USB interface.
Yeah, I think Paul Fiscarelli made one.
Yeah, I'd love to have one because I'm a Black Beauty snob.
I can tell you
The
that
VCC reading?
not work good for this game. You need a self-centering stick.
Well, I got 7870.
Wow, that's good for you, Mark.
Yeah, well, last week I've got, I think my high score is, scroll back here. 8230.
And I'm just using keyboard.
Yeah, I'm using keyboard as well.
Well, I see last Thursday, Ken, you were up to 8410.
Was I? Did I post that score?
Yeah, right above mine.
Yay! Well, I should pay more attention to this.
Let's see, Jim Rye is 9980.
Oops, Sloopy, you're ahead of Jim.
Not for long.
Excuse me, sorry to interrupt.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, where do we get the game that we're playing this week?
You go to CoCo Archive, the Color Computer Archive.
All right.
Yeah, it's actually on the SDC library too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna see. Brian got 9210.
I got a rock.
I like the Peanuts reference.
I feel insignificant.
Well, here's one from Buck Owens, 14,840.
Good grief.
Sab had 14,110. Tasman 13,820.
Who
There
will
are
be the first to
possibilities
break?
if these guys are just AIs.
Who's going to be the first to break 20,000?
Yeah, one of those three.
Sure as
They
hell
got to have something up their sleeve, otherwise their eyes would be bleeding.
Okay. What was? Buck Owens says the full name of this game should be Balloon Fire Kobayashi Maru.
What, you don't believe in the no-win scenario?
Well, going on further, just scrolling through the Game On Challenge here, there's 15K from Tasman, 16,000 even from Buck Owens. Oh, and here Buck Owens another one, 18,380.
That's just incredible.
I get 99 earlier. I gotta delete this score.
Ken, I see why you need a couple of hours to go through these scores to find them.
Yep.
People keep posting lower scores later.
I'll take
Yeah,
care
when
of
I
that.
do it, I just enter their score, and then when I get to the next one, I just see which one's higher until I get to the end.
Well, that's what I do too, but usually if you start at the back, you should be getting all their highest
Highest.
scores first, but that's not always the case.
Right. Well, sometimes they
Usually
play in different modes.
Or they post a lower score because they come across something that they just want to share. Or,
Yeah.
Or they forgot that they did a higher score.
yeah, that could happen. Ah, darn.
The one thing I do like about this game is when you have multiple balloons all in one column, one arrow will get them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I debated with myself when I was writing it, because I tried it out and I was like, oh, it went through the balloon. And then I said, well, wait a minute. Would a balloon actually stop an arrow? And so I said, I'm believing it that way.
A lead balloon would.
Yeah. Yeah, normal balloons you can go through them.
So
Yeah, and I think Curtis was talking about using random number generators for sound. This is one that I used random number generators for all the sounds, and I created like a little way to create an envelope, so during the interrupts it would make the sound, and it would be random, so it would be either very small and fast frequency random numbers, which would make the pops, extremely short random high frequency to make the arrow shooting out of there with the and then the explosions were very large value, very low frequency for the explosions. And on that one, I also at the interrupt when it had a I think I did odd or even, or I did like a certain value in the lower 2 bits of the random number that would make the screen mode change, and that's why that's how the rumble synchronizes with the screen. If that makes any sense.
Did you work out the graphics on graph paper?
Yeah. I was really proud of myself when I was younger, because I would draw it all out, and then I would copy it over and just make it into ones and zeros, and then I would copy it over and make it into hex numbers and put it into my code, and I'd say like, wow, I drew characters with numbers, and It's always exciting when you do it that way too, and you put it up on the screen. You're like, what the hell is that? And you're like, oh,
Yeah.
I forgot a byte.
Yeah, I did the math wrong.
Exactly.
Okay, this evil cat just jumped up on my desk, pulled all my thumbtacks off of my corkboard, and then ripped the corkboard all to shreds.
There's probably
Very
a
evil.
demon trying to attack you, and it's protecting you.
See, it's
I
just
guess.
a new scratching post.
Yeah, but now this thing's all... She ripped all the cork off of it, damn it. Now where am I gonna... And what she... And the thumbtacks are all missing now.
Sounds
What's
like
she
a cat
do with
getting
them?
ready to find another home.
Don't
Well,
worry.
this is number 5, and I haven't been able to give it away yet.
Don't worry. You'll be able to find the thumbtacks. Just
Yeah,
wear.
Middle of the
that-
night, bare feet, walk around, you'll find them.
Yeah, just take off your shoes and.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah.
Because they're not on my desk. Where are they?
Yeah, I remember
Must
growing
hate
up.
the damn things.
I remember growing up, every time my dad would find a sewing needle or a needle of any type from my mother's sewing, he would usually go and sticker with it and say, "Hey, I found something of yours." Yeah, because she would go, "Hey, I found something of yours." She'd go, "What?" And he'd sticker with it. And
Yeah, 16 megabytes is good for a 46 or even an early. In fact, I've got a build that I'll be working on for a video. Yeah, this is actually working better than I would have expected too. I suspect the graphics card is probably.
So you still have all your old notes from this, Terry?
Actually, I went looking for them after I heard you guys were going to play it. I couldn't find anything on this one. And I was bummed out because I've got original source code printed for just about everything, and I couldn't find the one for this one. I think the thing that made me happiest was I found the original source code for that Defender game I was writing, so I've got a good thing to say, okay, what was I doing back then? And I can work on that. But yeah, let me see, I got them all right.
To reverse engineer your own code.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it, but like I said, when past Terry was not smart enough to leave any comments.
That was work.
Of course, because why would you leave comments? You're gonna know what you were doing in the
Yeah.
future, aren't you?
I'll remember it, I'm sure.
yeah.
It should be self-evident.
Yeah, I've got a listing for something that was Burger Run, kind of like Burger Time. I got my listing for my music composer, Miss Pac-Man, Gray Lady, Snafoos. Oh, some of my utilities like Dissort and stuff like that. Oh, I got my disassembly I was making of the super extended basic ROM.
Wow.
Print routines.
I found a thumbtack.
Now's your chance to get even
You know
with
the cat put it there, right?
Uh-huh. How it got in the closet, I'm not sure.
Give it back to the cat.
Yep, I don't have a copy of this one.
Oh well, that's too bad.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
you
always said that if you got a cat or a dog that you can't get anybody to take off your hands, just let it go behind the Chinese restaurant.
You know, that may be an idea. We had a bunch of outdoor cats, and they've all just disappeared lately.
Okay, let me see if I can find it.
Now you're making me hungry for Chinese food.
That's what I had for lunch today.
Yeah, I'm definitely wanting some General Tso's.
What, you should name your cat?
How do we?
Keeping the processor now. Jeremy's saying 66 megahertz and 16 megs of RAM is the bare minimum.
Oh, there's an audio game on challenge and there's a regular game on challenge. Okay, I see it now.
It's what?
Oh, I was trying to see how to get a picture to game on challenge. There's an audio and a regular game on challenge feed.
Yes, I know.
Buck Owen says he can't join us because, although he likes the idea of playing games at work, he doesn't like being unjobbed.
Fair enough.
He needs to find a better job.
I didn't know AIs had jobs outside of the.
I thought playing games was his job.
Microsoft hired him to be Bing.
Well, since this is back to school time, I should be able to find a cork board in the stores.
Yeah, there should be one or two out there.
Yeah, I use a whiteboard because I'm not allowed to have tax.
We trust him.
I mean, I'm sure there's a way you could write a program to tell the two apart. There are utilities that can tell the two apart. But it's not through a CPU.
Yeah, Buck said he can't play because he's at work, and I says, I guess we can accept that, but don't let it happen again.
Yeah, bring a doctor's note.
Yeah, no problem. Comes down to running Windows 3.1. Jeremy would rather run DOS shell. Well, there are a few Windows 3.1.
So, Gary, how do you like the game?
It's okay. Shoot a whole bunch of arrows increases my chance of surviving.
Yeah. Glad you could join us also.
Yeah. This is probably the second game on challenge I've been on. I always keep forgetting that I'll think about it until I see the stream on YouTube. Oh, and I say, oh, that's what's going on.
Yeah, that's what reminds us sometimes.
I
So,
feel bad bailing, but I gotta scoot. So I don't think I have any more advice other than rapid fire and
Don't miss.
just keep swerving back and forth.
Well, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for dropping in. It's good to talk to you.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can't tell you how happy I am that you guys are actually playing it too.
Yeah.
And it's like
Hey, I broke 10,000.
I'll go jump in my time machine in a couple of years and go back and tell myself it's like people are gonna play this in 40 years and it'll be like, get out of my room, old man.
You perv.
All right, well I uploaded mine 8850. Pretty pathetic.
Hey, that's not bad at all.
Better than mine.
11,690.
Yeah, I'm usually on the bottom one or two.
Except last week.
Yeah, I was. I don't think I did this score last week, did I?
No, I was talking about the game on last week, the Asteroids RX.
Yeah, I didn't play that one.
Yeah, neither did I, but I submitted a score. I was going to do an updated score where I did a DIR and it said, and it gave an error.
Oh, error.
Yeah.
Damn, that freaking cat ripped all the cork off this board. Damn. Sucks.
Well, here's some toenail clippers. Return the favor.
Yeah. I'll have to see if there's a backside on this thing. That sounds like a Saturday project when the show's on.
You're in the news.
Yeah, this is why we require participation on this show so people don't fall asleep.
Well, it still happens.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, no Curtis today, huh?
All right, I think I've calmed down enough that I'm gonna try playing again.
Jeremy, this motherboard would probably run 24 megabytes of memory.
I guess I don't rapid fire fast enough.
Oh! I hate when I miss one and I have to go all the way back. Why does it seem certain orange ones are not the same color? I mean, the same size.
I feel like I just entered the Matrix. My game just slowed down considerably.
Yep. Watch it because it'll speed up again.
Ah! That's right at 10,000.
Yeah.
I was getting it about 8.
Yeah, it happens somewhere between 8 and 10,000.
And isn't this Curtis's peak time?
Yeah.
When school's fixing to go into session?
Yeah, I think he's also, he's probably at the Glenside meeting.
I was in chat.
Oh, he is?
He's not going to be here. Yeah, he's not going to be here tonight.
Oh. Yeah, I just noticed the chat's not showing for some reason. I wonder why.
Oh, it says echo all in all voices except Sloopy again.
Hold on just a moment. We'll actually try this. There we go. There's speed assist. That actually looks.
Why is the chat not working?
Because you got it turned off on OBS.
How'd you know?
Probably restream.
Because I would have done the same thing.
Yeah, but I don't usually turn it off. I leave it on.
Who's sending sound? Oh, it was Gary that was sending the sound.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to turn my sound off?
No, it's good.
As long as it's only one person doing it.
Yeah, as long as it's only one or two. When it gets to be everybody, it gets to be a little crazy.
It gets a little weird.
I actually like it when one or two people are doing it because it just kind of adds to the feel of it.
Yeah, that's why we usually will turn off the audio for the games, because otherwise it'll sound like an arcade and no one will be able to hear anyone talk.
Sometimes hearing none of us talk is a good thing.
Nothing worse than an
But-
arcade with only one game playing.
As long as it's a good game, it's not bad.
If there was like 15 instances of like Defender, or
Yeah, I think I think that Defender, the audio only has 2 levels: way too loud and ear bleed. Because every arcade I've ever gone into,
wait, there's something below below ear bleed? I didn't know that. I thought it was only one level.
yeah, because every arcade I've ever gone into, you can always tell if there's a Defender anywhere in the building.
Well, it's true of Hubert too. You can hear it. Hear it
Anywhere,
cuss.
anywhere in the county?
Yeah.
Oh, apparently that goes 6 though. Oh, you know the problem I was talking to you about earlier with Discord
Which one?
about the names abbreviating?
Yep.
Apparently, that is a now normal feature of the streaming mode.
Of the what mode?
Streaming mode.
Streaming from Discord.
Okay.
Yeah, Discord has a streaming mode. Like if it picks up that you are running like OC, too many
OCS?
O's.
But you
OBS.
can turn that
OBS?
off.
Yes, you can turn it off
And why would it do that?
for privacy. Did they say?
No.
Had to
It
find that
also-
on. Had to find it on Reddit.
Huh.
Also, when you're running OBS, Discord will stop the audible notifications.
Is that a Marco I hear?
It is.
He snuck in.
Greetings.
Greetings.
I don't believe in Marcos.
Just
They
Mark
don't
B's.
exist.
Alright, let me
They do.
see,
Welcome, Marco.
may have our answers, Jeremy.
Well, I'm glad to be here. All that noise is my cat rubbing on the microphone because she's been neglected all day.
Oh,
Oh,
poor thing.
you missed what my cat has done.
Are you sure
Barfed
it's
on the
all?
bed.
Well, yeah, but not just that.
I turn around and I find that she's been picking all of the thumbtacks off of the corkboard, throwing them around the room, and now she's ripped the corkboard all to pieces.
Oh, must be something behind it she likes.
I don't know. She's got the door frames. She's got the. It's like everything is her scratching post.
Just put up some like 80 grit sandpaper. Problem will solve itself quickly.
Some double-sided
She might get
tape.
really sharpen her claws on
Well, it'll sharpen it at first, but eventually they'll go down to nothing.
There's the first table.
And by the way, Marco, it takes your cat all day to feel neglected. My cats are like about 2 minutes.
Well, actually, my wife's been working from home all day today, so she spent a lot of time with the cat. It's just I come home and then the cat's like, nobody's paid attention to me all day. I've been lonely.
And
Well-
I'm sure that means 5 minutes.
Yep.
Well, I have a nice dog here that would keep them keep them company.
You basically have modules in both slots.
He likes cats.
You know, mine dog's got old and passed.
So,
Yeah, he's not very smart either.
There's a bumper sticker that says, I love cats too. Do you want to exchange recipes?
Right now, that might be a yes.
I would recommend that you go with something like a barbecue where you slow cook it, because I mean they're pretty old, so it's going to be tough. So you want a good long slow cook to make them tender.
Marinade.
Yeah.
Cat, I know where the Chinese restaurant is. Want to go for a ride?
Why is everything so stressful when you're leaving for the
I don't have the Mach 64 drivers installed, but
It's as if everything that could go wrong goes wrong.
Hmm.
Knows that Uber Reserve lets you schedule a ride up to 30 days in advance.
Ugh.
It's one less thing to worry about. Nice one, Allie from 2 weeks ago. Reserve, so it's the last thing on your mind. Introducing Uber Reserve. Get your ride right.
yeah, that's the F486.
Ah.
You can tell this is just a commercial because no one is complaining. Have you ever seen a family smile this much?
Hey, buddy, we're smiling because we've been planning this vacation for months, and it's everything we hoped for. We call it our paint the town red.
Great. Trip to Texas.
This is our trip to Texas.
Go get your own.
Sound card to run at the moment.
Hey, it's Noah. Let me show you how I decked out my dorm room with Amazon. I wear all hats. These are my colognes. Oh, the shit. I assume you guys are starving, so let's see what we got. A single plum, a lone Oreo, and some loose tortillas. So I went all out with my home theater system. Stadium seating. Popcorn bowl. And a big old
Well, it looks like an interesting meeting going on. Only person there that usually comes here is Brian Weisler. And since he's a secretary for the group, I guess I'll let that slide.
Conflicting priorities.
Mm-hmm.
Conflicting priorities.
Here we are watching this professional Canadian game player, and we see his secrets. He uses VCC.
Only when he's away from home.
So that's the 486.
Let's go! It's time for the clan.
I was. I am so tempted to.
Relax. Skip's gonna make a great plan.
I think I've decided to put it in. So. Wondering if I should go upstairs and.
Well, it seems this is a popular game.
Yeah, Mike, that PCB.
Yeah, good turnout.
Yeah.
It's a good game, but I am gonna shift.
Alright. Actually, it's only 9:13. Once I have something that seems to be working. Go upstairs and grab I'd initially planned to put this build back in the SD clone phase. I've got a case that I thought of putting the 386 board in, but I broke the plastic sticker, for lack of a better word,
Hey guys,
Greetings.
Mikey!
let's see if I can show you something. Whoops.
Not
I
here.
think I just denied.
Meantime, incoming pit stop music. I think.
Right, permissions.
Well, you can't show the people or viewer land anything at the moment because I'm not showing your screen.
Yeah, I have to get the permissions right. There we go. Give Discord. Okay, I'll be right back.
I'll be right here. Playing my best game ever.
Just like I'm back. See if that works.
I'm actually in the middle of my best game ever, so it'll
All
take
right.
a minute or two before
Well.
I can show you.
Finish your game. I could adjust the camera a little bit. The other one. I want to do that. I'll be right back.
So nah, still my best score. Oh, we playing other games too? I see Coconut Bots. That's playing a different game.
Yeah, you can play whatever CoCo game you want to.
You can play
Wow.
any game you want as long as it's on the CoCo.
Trophy 10.
Does flex count?
Does what count?
Flex.
Well, that's CoCo product, so.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm not really playing it, as you guys will see when you have a moment.
You will be playing with it close enough. I'll allow it.
As long as you're entertained by it.
Since it's my finger on the button, I get to say.
I'm an excellent driver.
Ugh. I can't go that fast on my finger.
All right, 12,350. I think that's going to be my high score.
So, do you at work or something, Mikey?
No?
mean, it looks cool.
I'm at VCF West, setting up.
Oh.
VCF West is tomorrow and Saturday.
Oh, cool. You are now large, and we're looking at your
Hi.
OBS. We're looking at your OBS. Hi.
Yeah, because I had OBS and Zoom all set up, but yeah, apparently Discord didn't want to play nice with that. So
Did you
just audio's fine.
Did you set your Discord to use the OBS virtual camera?
It won't. It doesn't see it.
Ah, okay.
So unfortunately, that's why I'm sharing the OBS.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, I guess that's about all you can do. But it looks good.
Yeah. I have another camera, but kind of wiped out because there's light back here.
Yeah. Yeah, move it off to the right some more so that it doesn't have the window right behind you. Or is it on your laptop?
Which one? Oh.
Then you got some random guy in a conference room.
But yeah, there's a kid playing with a laptop back there. I'll just turn this one off. That's good enough. I know the camera's over there. So yeah, working on setting up for VCF West, and as you guys see, I have one of my flexes set up, and the other one gonna connect to the laptop, but I don't quite have that set up yet. So.
Are you flexing at us?
Oh, I'm flexing. Can't you see? Can't you see it over there? Flexing the CoCo. Yeah, you guys can see my sign. So thought I would just drop in and say hi since I brought all this stuff with me to use on Saturday. I won't be able to put the camera in that location because it's in the middle of the pathway. But at least I actually have a second headset, and the camera will be pointing out at the people, out in. I don't think Discord is long enough to walk over there. I can't change that camera at the moment. But it'll be facing around the other way. You guys can actually talk to somebody.
So you're gonna give us a live report on Saturday?
Well, from the table, yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Like I said, I have a second headset I can wire in, and I can hand that to somebody, and you can actually live talk to somebody at my booth to see how boring Flex is.
Flex is boring?
No.
Oh.
It's just different. Just different. So I don't want to take over, game playing.
That's okay.
I could find a game to play on the laptop and share that, but I think I need to get back to setting things up. So.
Does Flex have any games on it?
Very few, because it's text-based. They have that psychology, was it Elsie thing? I forget what that thing is called.
Eliza.
Eliza, yeah. Eliza.
Does it have better games than Nitrous 9 Ease of Use Edition?
Probably not.
Oh.
Hey, them's fighting words. There's some really good games on Nitrous 9 Ease of Use.
There are.
There are. Some of them are pretty hard for non-game players too. So.
The original floppy drive, because the floppy drive is actually yellowed white.
So you have a CoCo 2 with a MMMPI, and was that a floppy, an FDC in the MMMPI?
Reset and turbo.
Oh. Discord's crashed again. Yay!
Yeah, it's a nice desktop case.
I've seen his Goomer costume in the closet.
And
No, which reminds me. Can you ask him to bring me a bike instead?
oh, and I think it still has a screw in it. I was about to say. And we'll pop it open to see what's hiding inside of it.
Dad, other parents just put foam
All right.
under their kids' pillows when
It
they're
does
asleep.
not have a boot
You
in
have
it,
to dress
so
up in that Goomer suit every year. You used to love
unfortunately I didn't get a free
I used
board
to wet the
surprise.
So far, for 4 color computer operating systems.
And I am back.
Somebody's stealing a chair. So, anyway, I don't want to take over Game On Challenge, but thought I'd just drop in and say hi to you guys.
Okay.
We don't mind.
Cheers.
So, Mark, I think you know what to expect on Saturday. I'll be
Yep,
here.
I wrote it down on the agenda.
Oh, I see a David Ladd here.
Yeah.
It's hard to notice.
But is it a wild David Ladd?
Is there any other type?
Crikey, it's a David Ladd sighting.
I didn't bring any floppies. Maybe I should. Actually, I might need one.
I got a whole
Okay.
bunch downstairs. I don't think any of them are for the CoCo though.
Oh, you didn't hear my question because my Discord crashed. You have an MMPI in there and then a floppy disk controller or a CoCo SDC?
I have a CoCo SDC, and I didn't bring the floppy controller because in the few minutes I tried last night, I couldn't really figure they were configured for drive 0 and 1. Don't think that'll work through the SDC Flex. It gets a little complicated.
Ah. Well, you could have easily swapped them to 3 and 4.
If the drive support it, 3 and 4, I guess there are two ID jumpers, right? Yeah.
Usually there's
I
4.
can try that.
Yeah, they didn't have 2 until like the late 90s, mid to late 90s. Every 5 1/4 I've ever seen has had 4. And it wasn't until the mid to late 90s that they only put 2 in them. And it's like even with like the 1.2 meg 5 1/4s, I mean, in the later years, some of them didn't have the actual pins for driving 3 and 4, but they usually had the solder pads. But like all the early ones, like the double density 5 1/4s, they've always had, every single one I've ever seen has had all 4 drive selects.
Yeah. But I think the IBM PCs could support up to 4.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Floppy drive talk.
Yeah, I was going to say. And we can ask the man, the myth, the legend himself. So, what's your final say on it?
On how many drive selects are on certain 5 1/4 inch drives?
Yes.
Well, all the ones I've seen, at least for the 5 1/4s, there's been a drive at 0 to 3.
Yeah, well, there you have it. The man who
At
knows
least
everything.
up until the 90s.
There you have it. The man that knows floppy drives better than anyone else.
And that has been Floppy Talk with David Ladd.
Right. Alright, guys, well. Have fun playing those games. I'm going to continue setup.
It's Mikey.
Have a good VCF.
Yes, Mikey.
Yeah, you missed my showing the camera.
Yeah. He was showing us VCF.
Cool.
Just a setup day.
Yep, Friday.
Tomorrow's the first day. So.
Today's Thursday, isn't it?
Yeah.
All day.
So they actually have the actual show on Friday and Saturday?
Yeah, Friday and Saturday.
Oh, cool.
Well, I guess this case will probably.
All right, guys. I'll talk to y'all on Saturday.
All right.
Okay.
Bye for now.
See ya.
Bye.
Enjoy. Marco, are you using mouse control?
I am.
That looks painful. Why don't you use keyboard control?
I haven't figured out how to turn the keyboard on in this game.
You just use it. You just go to configuration and keyboard and. What are you using? VCC?
Yeah, OBCC.
Yeah, just go to configuration, setup.
Set your joystick to keyboard.
Yeah.
1370. I don't play these games to win. I just play them to be a team player here.
Or the option is also just plug in a joystick. Play with it.
Yeah.
Sounds like a great t-shirt. Have you played with your joystick today?
That's not suggestive.
What? Well, who would think that that's suggestive?
Certainly nobody on Sibling Rivalry.
No. Those fine people.
All right, well, unfortunately, I have to catch a flight in the morning, so I have to go get ready for that. So,
Thank you for
get greased.
Thank you
I'm
for
gonna go
joining
get
us.
greased.
I'm not going there.
I'm unfortunately not going to have a grease weasel in Greece.
But
But that would be so cool to have a grease weasel in Greece.
well, you have a wonderful trip and have a safe
If I had a
trip.
grease weasel, I would take it with me and take pictures of it on a Greek beach.
Well, I have a blue pill. You should take one of them because that's like half of a grease weasel, isn't it?
Yeah, okay, I'll
I'm
just.
falling asleep. I hear snoring.
Yeah,
that's-
I do too.
That's Mark B.
Well, is
Yeah.
it? Oh well.
Yeah, that's Mark B. That's
We're
usual.
used to it. It happens.
Yeah,
We just let the old guy nap.
yeah. It's all good.
Yeah.
So, all right, Ken. Thank you for coming in, and I can't wait to see your report on
Greece.
on this game Saturday.
What's happening on Saturday?
When you do the high score for
Oh yes,
Bonfire.
definitely. I'll just hook up onto the Wi-Fi of the airplane that I'll be on in the middle of the night or in the middle of the day there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
How about no? You guys are not worth that expense. I'm sorry.
Then I guess Jim Rye's doing it for you.
No, I think Sleepy Malibu's doing it. So
No one
if
wants to see
it doesn't
him.
get done, pitchforks and hate letters, Sleepy Malibu.
Well, on that note, I'm going to go back to cleaning.
Okay.
Have fun.
Bye for now, everybody. I'll keep in contact on Discord, maybe, if I think about it while I'm over there.
Okay. And a shout out to our studio audience. Hi, Texas Foosballer. How are you doing today?
Do you mean like both of them?
I don't. Curtis knows how to come in here, so I'm not gonna acknowledge him. Texas Foosball, you know you can join us and play. We can even show you step by step how to get the emulator running and the game playing right here on the show.
Tech support while you wait.
Yeah.
Proprietary graphic at the IDE numbers. Mike says it'd be a nice Pentium case. Yeah, actually, it would be a nice Pentium case. This would be a nice desktop case. Let's go. Yeah, 200 watts is overkill for me. I know. Switching power supply.
Ooh, what's for dinner?
That was just cute.
I'm hungry.
Ah! Now I'm curious.
Yeah, these fools keep talking about cats, so I'm hungry for Chinese food. Ooh, Tex-Mex.
That's not helpful.
I had ghetto goulash myself. Yeah, I couldn't even afford to get the poor man's goulash. I had to go full ghetto goulash.
Hey, Desk, what's in that?
Huh?
Hey, Desk, what's in that?
Ghetto goulash is macaroni noodles with beef stew poured over them. And poor boy is same thing, but you use egg noodles.
Oh, okay. That doesn't sound bad to me.
Oh, it's not bad at all. The egg noodles are better, but the macaroni noodles aren't bad.
Hi guys, how you doing?
Hey Brian, is the meeting over?
Yep. The Glenside meeting just wrapped up. It was a nice meeting. We covered a lot of good material.
Yeah, I took a look at it, but I couldn't hear it obviously because my audio was a little busy doing this.
Hi Terry, how are you?
Terry left. Unfortunately, his computer did not.
Oh, okay. Did you guys have any? I hate to backtrack though, but did you guys have any discussion about his game?
Yeah, a lot.
Good.
Watch the replay, and he talks about the game, some hints and tricks, and he also talks about developing games back in the day and such.
Excellent. Sounds like a good interview.
Yeah.
Was Curtis able to join you guys yet this evening?
No.
Okay.
He gave some sort of excuse.
You're working all evening, he says.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention to the excuse. He always says that. Working. Yeah, Buck Owens used the same one, but we let him slide because he doesn't use it every week.
They need to get their stories straight.
Yeah. So are you going to play with us this week, Brian?
Well, I might try here. I actually need to go take care of a few things. I just got done with the meeting. I was going to head out the door, so I may not be able to play, but I wanted to at least hop on and say hi.
Ooh, where you go off to? Anywhere good?
Work. So
Oh, you're
I guess
another
I'm
one of
putting-
those people.
Working.
Turns out it needed the flash chip replaced. There was a
Oh,
on it,
man.
and keyboard connector was broken.
All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
Ah, yes.
So I hooked him up with that board and
Something new I'm learning this summer? Hot milk glue doesn't stick so good in this heat.
a nice S3 Verge DX video.
No, it doesn't.
And 16, I think I found a 16 or 64 meg. The smallest SD RAM I found that would work on the board. So I hooked Ron up with it.
Alright, well I think I'm gonna head out, gentlemen. Had some good gaming tonight.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us and playing games.
Was a blast.
Yeah.
Enjoyed talking with Jerry, Jim. Enjoyed talking with the author of the game.
Yeah.
Terry. That was it, Terry.
Yeah, Terry Steen.
Alright. Alright, well, cheers everyone. Have a good night.
You too,
Have a
you
good
as
one.
well.
Bye.
So, Mark, are you gonna go to bed now?
Yep, I think so. Yep, I think so.
Yeah, I mean, if there's any problems, I'm sure Marco can take over.
Okay.
So,
Sure.
but if there's any problems at this point, who just end the stream? So. Ooh, pretty. I like the yellow and black bars.
Get rashed.
And I want to leave and go to Texas Baller's house for dinner. He's having tacos, enchiladas, rice, and beans.
Or I could find a better. Although
Nice.
I'm careful that I don't overlap because I'm actually looking for like an NPX or LPX style case.
Oh man.
Potentially, because I picked one of these up. So assuming I don't need this for Plan C.
Oh yeah. You want to hear something funny, Marco?
Sure.
The other day I was working on soldering some surface mount stuff,
Okay.
ICs,
Mm-hmm.
and I had eaten a lot of carbohydrates earlier, and a drink with sugar in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was having, my vision was a little fuzzy, and I was like, this is a pain in the kneecaps. And I'm like trying to work, but I can't see very well close up. And I'm there for about 10, 20, oh no, actually probably about 20, 30 minutes trying to work, and I'm like, I can't see. And but yet further away I can see fine. I'm like, what the is going on? I pulled my glasses off and realized that I had the 1.0s instead of the 3.0s.
Right. It's like what?
Yeah, because my 1.0s are black and yellow, my 2.0s are black and red, and my 3.0s are black and yellow, just like the 1.0s. So I grabbed the wrong glasses, and that's why I couldn't see. Actually, they're
Imagine that.
Actually, they're 1.75s, but still. The closer I get to myself, the more magnification I need. Like at like 2.5 feet, I only need like the 1.5s.
Right.
And then at 2 feet, 1.5 to 2 feet, I need the 2.0s. And then the close up, like less than a foot, I need the 3.0s.
Okay, so if I put a pinion in this case,
I'm out of here. Night, y'all.
Okay, Jim, thanks for joining us.
See you later, Jim.
And have a good day, and then we'll see you Saturday.
Yeah.
Pinion, tower, swap meet, motherboard's got a bad IDE channel on it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go as well and end the show because everyone's going.
Sure.
So.
At least I tried.
Yes, it was great to have you here. So,
thank you.
Everyone, thank you for tuning in to another great episode of the CoCo Nation Game On Challenge live, where this week we played Balloon
Fire.
Oh, sorry, my brain's not working quite right. We played Balloon Fire and Warehouse Mutants. And join us Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern U.S. time, where the CoCo Nation will be showing the Game On Challenge scores and see how everyone did. We will also be announcing the new game for the next following 2 weeks, which I can tell you that I'll be the one choosing it, but I'll give you a hint. It's not Neutroid.
Darn.
Yeah.
It's not ready yet.
And it's not Color Scripts at 2.
Ooh, that leaves Color Scripts at 1 on the table.
Absolutely it does. But it's not Color Scripts at 2. So join us Saturday to find out what the new game is. Also join us Saturday because we are having I think we're having a special guest, aren't we?
I don't remember.
Or I don't know. They don't ever tell me these things.
Yeah, they do. You're just asleep during the pre-production meetings. I don't know about that. On the September 9th, we're supposed to have Mark P. and Charlie from Porto Coco, but nothing this coming Saturday.
Okay. But what we do have... Actually, yes, we do. I forgot. We have our very own Mikey Furman doing an on-the-spot report of VCF West.
VCF West. Yep,
that's it. I knew there was something special going on. See? I'm a dimwit, not a full moron. Thank you very much.
We know you're special, so we'll laugh at that.
Yes. I was the window licker on the short bus. So join us Saturday, and where we will have the usual project updates and acquisitions and the news with L. Curtis Boyle. So, CoCo on, everyone. Okay, we can stop streaming now. Where's that button? Oh.